What's up, everybody? Welcome back to yet another Diablo 2 world record commentary. Second last for the time being in this series, covering the history of normal Players 1 world records. We've gone all the way from the Assassin way back in 2013 with LavSR, right up to present. This is the second last appearance of Indrek. This is him achieving the softcore world record, and then next time will be the last one, and it's him even beating his softcore world record time in hardcore. So let's kick across to the list. We can see what we've gone through here. Oh, it's a big list. It's a big list. One day maybe I'll look at other categories as well, like the Amazon. But for the time being, the normal Players 1 world record right here. Here's where we're at, 101.41 real-time attack. So still slower than his 100.40 real-time attack. But anyway, and 57.33 in softcore. Next time he manages to beat it with hardcore, even though it was slightly slower in-game time. Anyway, let's kick across straight into the commentary. Here we go.
I don't think it's what the category should be, the in-game time category.
Okay.
I don't like it like that. It's like trying to mix in the real-time category with it, so it's like more fair, but it's nowhere near fair at all.
Talking about the old real-time versus in-game time. This is...
Make it make sense.
This is Indrek's big bugbear, to be honest. He's got
like
problems with the whole change. He's and talking to that entire piece that I spoke to earlier about the fact that his in-game time records are actually slower than his real-time attack record. That kind of stuff, especially. Apologies for the Windows sounds. So straight out, we get the Indrek map, of course, because it's Indrek. He's come out to the top and headed right, hoping for Stony Field to cut out down here as well. And that way, the exit in from the Stony Field into the underground passage will be right in the middle of the field, so he doesn't have to actually run all the way across from side to side, which is a good time save. Also has some benefits in knowing how slightly increased chance of short Act 4 maps, etc., etc. So, covered it all before. Straight into the Den of Evil. Using the melee attacks on the zombies makes a lot of sense because you get the plus 50% damage to undead and saving your mana for the Devilkin, who tend to die in one hit, basically, from your fireball. Got the stamina shrine as well, which is incredibly nice. So we've got... Essentially means you didn't really have to worry too much about stamina potions, which... If you're trying to run for speed, you run out of stamina all the time. I've done a couple of speed runs myself in the last couple of days, and a couple of times I've forgotten to get stamina potions after doing all these commentaries somehow. I'm just too keen to get into the Den of Evil, and it's caught me up. You like get to about here, and then you're like, oh, I'm about 3/4 of the way away from a level, and I'm already out of stamina. That's not great. Anyway, perfect. Indrek's just a master of the Den of Evil at this point. He's done it so many times. The plays of shifting between Charge Bolt versus Firebolt, in terms of like doing AoE damage and hitting multiple Devilkin at a single time versus just sniping an individual enemy for the maximum damage in a single hit. It's a thing to behold. Like, this is what you want to do if you're just like doing single target damage, or you want to be using the Firebolt. If you've got multiple enemies in front of you, Charge Bolt, take them all out. At least for the first level. Like, while you're in Den of Evil, that's the way to do it. Once you get out, you want to be... Ooh, nice. Choking gas potions, that'll be good money. Kind of a shame he didn't manage to lure any enemies into that, actually. Like, if he could have drawn the Devilkin to chase him down and then hit that, would have been nicer. But for the time being, choking gas potions, really nice money, because technically they're not supposed to be available until you're like level 16, maybe 18. So they're quite a high level item for a level 1 character. So you get good gold selling them to like a Kara, etc. for this stage of the game. Like late game, once you're in Act 3, garbage gold. But for the time being, excellent gold. That'll help him get a Charge Bolt staff. That'll help him get the mana potions he needs, etc., etc.
Little brother misses home.
So up to Corpse Fire.
Seems sad.
And here we go. So pumping the damage straight out there. Nice little amulet. That'll be about 1200 gold, I think. So that'll also help him towards that Charge Bolt staff. quickly checks that he hasn't missed any monsters, and away we go. As soon as you kill that monster, you don't have to wait for the full animation. You can just go save and quit and go straight back to town. Ooh, it's got Bishibosh right next to it.
He went today.
Interesting. So Bishibosh, super unique monster, 500% XP. Doesn't really have minions around him, at least that I've been able to tell. So, still, he does, as a super unique monster,
I guess.
he'll drop 2 magic items rather than just 1, so that's a good opportunity to get some early gold. As I said earlier, he broke out here, and then wants the stony field to be down here. So that's why he's immediately checking this, because that means he's got the perfect map layout. Nice, exactly. That's why he's so excited. So, guarantees no river map in the Black Marsh. Not that he cares, because he's not going to be doing countess runs. But at the same time, guarantees a mid-map exit and some other stuff. So there you go. Killing Rakanishu. Nice little well there. Good point to regenerate mana without using a staff at all. And switches over to Firebolt because Rakanishu is lightning enchanted. It gives him additional lightning resistance. And once again, super unique monster, so drops 2 magic items. And yeah, just good to kill that whole pack. Like there's 6 to 7 minions, there's Rakanishu, 2 magic items.
Today, first day.
Because it's a super unique pack, 500% XP. Really good early leveling to help you just along as you're getting to the jails. Very nice weaving through the monster packs here, like that taint. Oh, and an extremely nice underground passage. Like that was nice and short. So really tight. You might not have noticed it, but like weaving through in between the ladies and the tainted and not getting blocked by them, perfectly played. Alright, straight out here in the Darkwood, you always hope you can just stumble across a like a shrine as you're running through the Darkwood. Accidentally runs a little bit too far, too low, and misses the exit, but that wasn't too bad.
School?
Doesn't run into
like
a
summer vacation. In Estonia we get
boss pack while he's in there, which is also unfortunate. Like, yeah, the Darkwood is usually incredibly short, so you want to be able to just get through it quickly, but if you're really lucky, at the same time, you can be lucky enough to stumble across a shrine and a boss pack during it, because there's only so many boss packs that can spawn in an area. So by getting an additional boss pack in a specific new area, that's pretty good. Like getting a boss pack per area is pretty great. Interesting that he like decided to take on archers, because at such a low level, archers are usually quite a challenging target for the sorceress. You can get put into hit recovery really, really often. Yeah. Skips the champions. Champions are only 300% XP and they have pretty big life boosts, so not worth your time. Grabs an experience shrine. Very nice.
Yeah, 2.5 is more right. More correct.
So, just running on through. Tamo Highland exit is always the same direction. Let's see what inner cluster we've got. Looks like we've got the cross, so it's going to be a straight through map. So up here, because it's a cross with the waypoint there. I forgot to mention earlier, underground passage straight through map as
lately our
well.
summers are freaking hot as hell.
There's multiple different layouts. Well, there's 3 different layouts for the outer cloister, so pretty easy to remember. I've talked about them in the previous videos. I'm not going to rehash it here. Champion pack of shamans. That is exactly what you want here with an experience shrine. Doesn't bother to kill the champions, but gets a few of the minions, and that's what you want. So all the little minions around the Devilkin, around the shamans themselves, gave 500% XP, whereas the shamans themselves, as champions, only give 300% XP.
Hammered.
And that's because the Devilkin were actually technically minions, and there's only one standard experience bonus for minions in the whole game. So that's why the whole jail strategy works. Skips another skeleton pack. Archer pack makes sense to do that. More archers, that's not what you want.
Pretty bad.
Okay, and here we are in the jails. How many times is he going to have to re-roll for the right jails map? No monster packs yet. Now, just by the way, he's going to be like looking for the jails waypoint, which is a left turn. It's straight through to the exit, and waypoint is left.
Damn, maybe.
Look at that amazing writing.
Some kind of chance.
So here we go. Whoa.
Come on.
All right.
If there was magic here.
Runs a jail map and doesn't get it. He got it right next to a guaranteed champion spawn tile. It wasn't the best champion spawn tile, but it was pretty good.
AC seems good. Like when you go to supermarkets, they have AC. It feels pretty good in there. Hey, another one.
Very nice.
Same tile combo.
Very rare to get the same tile combo together. Exactly same orientation, everything. That's crazy. Good. So just re-rolling. So
Yeah,
by going back to TCP/IP and connecting, it re-rolls your maps.
Cube stuff. Damn, another combo.
This is like, wow. Wow.
930.
That's nice.
Well, give it a go.
So 3 times. Not the fastest one. It's actually faster if it comes up from the bottom rather than from the top. Because he's just got to run that extra little bit of distance. Like if he runs from the bottom, he runs straight there. Whereas if he runs from the top, he's got to run all the way back there. So it's like about twice the running distance. Not huge, but still noticeable.
It's not a great setup. I'm probably going to be behind still. Most likely.
See the power of the jail map anyway. This is going to be the first time with a slightly different jail layout because every other one has had the bottom up jail layout, so that's interesting. It's still got the same like T intersection champion spawn tile rather than the actual jail spawn tile, but getting blocked by enemies, that's another problem with that particular spawn tile is, yeah, just other monsters can get in your way on the way there. Only 2 champions though, that's not what you want. You want slightly more than that. You can spawn up to 4 champions with a bunch of minions around them, and you really want to maximize that number of champions essentially. Grabbing the mana potions, always important, you've got to be able to sustain. Starts going into Frost Nova because, as with previous attempts, Frost Nova is the strat to just get all this. That's what you want, that's what you want. So you've got 4 champions there. They're all nicely bunched together. They're actually getting a bit blocked from running away too much by those barrels. So that's pretty nice. And yeah, this is pretty long kills for the jail, to be honest. Only 3 rerolls though. Or 2 rerolls, was it? You got the same tile, and then you got a bad one, and then you got this one. Yeah, no, this is pretty good. Pretty darn good. Alright, got a 3 champion tile again. Let's see what he gets. So now it's just all about the Frost Novas. Finish him off with a little bit. He just needs more points in Frost Nova. Did he actually sell that amulet before? And try and get like a plus... don't know. Alright, so we'll start to see a bit more benefit soon. Only 2 champions spawn, that's not what you want.
Really bad density on this one. Light, go.
So just stocking up on light potions there, because the light potions obviously give you much more benefit than the miners. And ooh, nice, another 4 spawn. That's perfect. Is that a... No, it's not a champ. It's a boss backup skeletons. That's annoying. But there you go. Managed to kill them so much faster. So that's pretty good. And just getting... I guess the chance with the additional runtime is it does give him more time for his potions to kick in and refill. Doesn't worry about the champion running up the top because, as I've mentioned earlier, champions are only 300% XP. So much better to just get all the minions and not worry too much about killing too much stuff, which is kind of like an observation I made on 327's run, was 327 was going out of his way early game to just kill every single one of those dark ones, rather than actually just getting all the minions and not worrying about the champions that run off. He got better later in the run, but yeah, he was definitely spending a bit too much time killing every single monster, whereas Indrek here is just churning through it as best he can.
He goes with the shrine, by the way.
So let's see, is he going to get any good items here? We know Blood Fist, Hand of Brock, Lenimo, Grey Form, they can all drop here. Gorefoot would still be handy if it dropped early enough, because you still got to do a lot of running between now and level 18.
Yeah, it's the leveling pace. Currently, I'm 1 minute behind.
See if we could get any good drops in here. I mean, honestly, what he actually wants is just FCR rings and amulets. But, you know. Is he actually doing... Yeah, he's on Classic right now. Oh, they've got the Diablo interface where it's saying
like plus
that it's
3, plus 4.
That's Classic. That's nice. That's nice.
Oops. Which is too slow.
Magic here. It's long gone now.
Alright. More light mana potions. It's always good to keep a good reserve of light mana potions as well, because he'll want those when he is basically teleporting through the catacombs, because he can't buy light mana potions until Act 2, and he'll want a good amount of mana potions, essentially, like light mana potions especially, to help him teleport. Like, light mana potions, even back when it was the Beetle Burst strategy, took quite a long time.
We did it.
In order to refill your mana pool, basically. And you'd end up stalling out on teleporting really, really often. So
Kinda gonna know, I think.
to only have minor mana potions just makes that even
that
worse. So if you can get that essentially
Oh, wait, they didn't.
really boiled down, then
Yeah, I did. I messed it up already.
you just want to focus on picking those up ready to get through the catacombs, because that's where the big time save is from the jail strat over the old Beetle Burst strat over other power leveling strats, is getting teleport earlier enables you to be skipping through the maps sooner. Like, the actual time of leveling up is pretty much on par with Beetle Burst plus another boss group. Like, if it was Beetle Burst plus a champion Beetles group, I'd actually say the leveling would probably be slightly faster on Beetle Burst.
1 to 3.
But the fact that you have to do it later in the game gives you
This time.
less advantage, essentially, in terms of like time teleporting through the game.
Oh.
So that's the big...
18,
Like, they're
17,
pretty
16,
neck and neck
until
in terms of
15.
level up
Does that make
speed.
sense?
I think it's a 2 champion pack plus 4 minions each
guess
is
so.
about equivalent to just Beetle Burst by himself. So those 4 champion packs, maybe it's
Yeah,
1.5,
some firewall for Andy.
are equivalent. The 4 champion packs are better than Beetle Burst plus, you know, a boss pack of Itchies or a boss pack of Raptors or something like that. But I think it's like 4 champions is still not equal to
Oh, wait,
a champion pack of
earlier,
Beetles
because I
plus
need
Beetle Burst, or just
teleport
another
itself as
Beetle
well.
boss group plus
So
Beetle Burst.
14, 15.
So it all comes down to basically the unlocking of teleport super, super early. Now, if you're practicing speedruns yourself and you have the ability to grind, Jail Strat might be for you. But if you don't have the ability to grind, then probably going for those older strategies like Beetle Burst or Dark Elder or some other power leveling, probably the better way to practice, because it just takes so long to get a Jails map. I mean, if you just want to practice, you can also just get a seed with a Jails map. I think Indrek's got one pretty handy that you can probably dig up on his Discord, I'm going to guess. I think he's shared a save file with that in there.
Oh crap, that was my last stamina. I kind of
Nice. Grabs a long staff, so that could be good gold for him, or could just roll, you know, FCR plus some good skills. Telekinesis, static field,
light potions help you
at
teleport so much
IAS.
faster, so you gotta get a good collection of
So,
those.
not
The small
FCR,
potions don't give
unfortunately.
you
Wait,
anything.
I swear it had a
Teleportation.
IAS. Why does it
So
not
bigger
say
collection of, like,
here?
what's
It
the
says
rarities.
0 IAS. There you go. Okay, it just didn't update until he actually refreshed, like, save quit and went in.
I got a
Must have
pretty
been a
good collection
bug
of
with
them
the
so
Diablo
far.
interface. Okay, that's a pretty nice boss group. 4 there. Still not really getting any good things. I wonder, can Blink Bats drop here? I don't know. Picks up the ring mail, because that can be pretty good gold. I mean, armor's made of metal, always pick them up, because they are good gold. And still running on classic, so he's not dropping any orbs. He's not dropping any, like, druid helms or anything like that. And it's slightly... There's a slightly smaller affix pool in classic, so he's slightly more likely to get FCR on a ring or amulet than if he was running in, you know, in the expansion version. So he will convert to expansion pretty much after he gets his level 18, I would expect. Or, you know, if he gets 2 pieces of FCR, then I expect he will convert. Because you can just then, you know, hope that a good orb drops or something like that as well. Fire res ain't bad. 5 fire res, half freeze duration. It's not the best, but it's not awful. Ooh. Danger zone. And yeah, you can see there he's just like leaving a minion sitting up here somewhere. Exactly as I talked about. Like, not spending too much time chasing killing individuals. If you can kill like 3 or 4 at a time, it is worth it. Or gets the death. Gets the death. Ouch.
That's annoying.
If there was magic here, it's long gone now.
Just making some quick notes to myself so I don't forget it. Pretty light pack there.
No, I didn't really have any gold. I think I had 2,000 or something.
Impossible.
Tried to group them up a bit better, but
Yeah, still just running away.
didn't really work out.
Still just running away.
1x.
You can see here he's just speccing into energy. Like, going hardcore, energy spec. He's only got 30 in vitality. Normally, in a speedrun, basically every other category, you just spec vitality. You might go up, yeah, when he respecs his Sorceress, he'll go up to about 45 to 50 energy just to sustain his teleporting. But for now, since he's in a pretty safe area, like I know he just died, but the biggest drain is on his mana pool in terms of just constantly casting these Frost Novas. So that's why he's just fully specking energy, because he doesn't actually take that much damage from monsters, and it's a pretty safe play when he's using Frost Nova as well. So just pretty simple. Push energy up until you get teleport. I wonder if he'll do the instant respec like 327, or if he'll teleport through like he has done in previous runs and then respec just before he fights Andariel. And yeah, now it's super fast, so he goes down and casts like 2 Frost Novas and they're gone. Thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty. 3 champion pack, not the worst. Still no good drops though. No FCR. Best he's got is 5 fire res and half freeze duration. Like, it's pretty average. I guess he got that telekinesis static field staff.
Slotta, me too sometimes.
So... Oh, if you ever hear him talking about Lotta. Lotta is a sorceress he was grinding to like level 99 or something, I think. From pre-speedrun days, maybe. I know he did he was trying to get, like he was doing a level 99 speedrun and trying to get level 99 under 200 hours. I think he got it in the end, but maybe that's Lotta as well, I'm not sure.
Impossible.
Wand. Nice little bit of gold there. Surprisingly rare drop, the old wand. I mean, it's TC3, so that explains why. It's got to roll through all the other classes before TC3 actually
I
came
really
out.
didn't remember the spec very well. Now I need 2 more skill points at least.
Lotta is
I can
fine.
get the first no even. I think I went actually like warmth or something.
Alright. Look at that, just an inventory full. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't just put that wand in one of his weapon slots. Just for that whole, 2 inventory slots. I guess if her staff drops or something and he wants to pick that up, it's probably better to save that slot. Needs a mana bar. Oh, you choose through a rejuve instead. And he's just saving everything in his belt because he doesn't really need to worry about it, so he'll just refill as he runs. Because he's got a belt full of light mana potions, he's saving that for his teleporting later, exactly as I talked about earlier. Like, just don't want to be accidentally, picking up minor mana potions and using them instead. Although we did just use one. So much
That's
for my
been
theory.
decent.
Although we picked up a rejuve, so, you know.
Decent.
Just setting up his belt.
The usual. Guess I'm gonna move out soon though. Maybe at the end of this month or in the beginning.
So
of
you
next
can see
month.
here he is a bit behind time, and that's where am I? Here.
That's gonna happen.
It's like
What happened to Sushi Girl?
plus a minute and a
Not
half.
sure. Never really went out after that.
Basically just down to the fact that he is doing
Actually,
that
I shut
north
out one
entrance
time.
tile. So going
But it
down
kinda
here
went cold.
rather than up that far.
Didn't work out.
Because the layout itself is waypoint.
She did respond, but
Entrance.
I guess I didn't.
Right? So if the waypoint was down here, it's actually much slower because the champions always spawn down here. Is basically
Same
the
city
thing.
still, just
So that's why the south entrance is the better one for
same city,
the
but
truly optimal time. And I
New place.
suspect in the hardcore run, we're going to see that. Scepter, once again, nice gold, can roll with plus to skill. So staff mods, always worth huge gold. Even with the classic strat though, the FCR not really
absolutely
paying
no
off.
cost bit so far.
There you go, he was thinking exactly the same thing. I guess Scepters can
Buying
also
a
run with
castle?
cast speed.
No,
So that's
I can see a
a
castle
very
from my window.
kind
though.
of rare
Maybe
mod
I can
on
show you
them,
when I
but
get there.
it can roll. And yep, yet another 4 champ pack. That's pretty nice. The trouble with this is like you're never sure, like because champion minions don't have the word minion underneath their name, you just can't tell whether they're minions or not. So if there's another like enemy pack spawning next to a champion pack, you can spend extra time just chasing down and killing those random. Oh, we left a scepter
Go
behind.
stash some gold.
That's missed opportunity there. Could have been FCR on that scepter. Just saying.
If there was magic here,
Probably not though.
it's long gone now.
But you know. Nothing good. I guess champions, you know, picking up gold is basically almost never worth it off the ground, but champions do drop quite a bit of gold. Like you can see there, he picked up 180 gold just while he was clicking stuff on the ground. So, you know, since it takes no actual animation time to do it, if you're just like randomly clicking trying to get potions, sure, why not? Why not pick up 200 gold? Since you're killing so many champions.
I do the conversion after Andy kill.
Oh, he does the conversion after Andy rather than before. That's interesting. Maybe that's because Andariel's slightly more... No, because she just drops gems. She's very unlikely
Wait.
to actually drop any items whatsoever
Oh
anyway.
yeah, it's all good. Another level to go after this.
So when she's got her forced quest drops
Possible.
in normal, always drops 4 gems, and that takes up most of her slots. So I don't know that he's getting a big advantage by not converting before Andariel, really. Like the increased probability of FCR there, pretty low.
Tend to get more rings and then that's to drop.
At least it's pretty good monster density. He's
They've been
had
dropping, but
quite a few
haven't gotten cost speed yet.
4
I think
champion
it's better to leave
spawns.
Frost Nova at lower level because otherwise first Frost Nova kills them already and then they run off when the density is big. I think that's why I did it. I think I kept it at 5 if I remember correctly. I need to look that up again what I did.
Yeah, chat there's talking about it's like slightly better chance of jewelry for Andariel, but that's more of a nightmare hell thing rather than normal where she's got the forced gem drop.
Hello.
Oh, there we go. There's an amulet. Come on, FCR, FCR, FCR. He'll have to give up that sweet 5 fire res for it. No, 4 to life. Dang.
Not quite. I think my current one is better.
Oh, Sash, why couldn't you
Probably
be
gonna lose another
Lenimo?
minute or two
Why not
on the final
Lenimo?
level.
Oh, Lenimo. What a name. Lenimo? Lenimo? Lenwimo? Lenyimo.
Long staff.
Long staff. Here we go. Just change your weapon slot, mate, and pick it up there.
Hurts to use those light bits.
Hello.
You got a free Oh no, he's in classic, of course. So he doesn't have a second weapon
Get
slot.
toughest really often from here, which is nice.
Pick up the chip sapphire because that could give him +2 mana if he grabs a 2-socket helm or, you know, socketed armor or something like that. +2 mana, always nice. +2 life, even nicer. Especially when you're not running with stealth. I mean, ideally you'll be shopping a pair of faster hit recovery boots or faster hit recovery armor. Just faster hit recovery somewhere. Maybe a Frost Nova helm. Or just a socketed helm, basically, is kind of what you want. Frost Nova, yeah, chance to proc Frost Nova on helms or gloves. Surprisingly expensive. Extremely useful, though. Underrated. Underrated stat. Only 3. I mean 2. Does get a ring, though, so that's nice.
Magic here. It's long gone now.
Classic Indrek chat commands.
Impossible.
Chip Topaz, sure, why not? Why not have a bit of potentially lightning resistance if
I
you
know
put
we
it in
have
a
a
shield?
level to go. Where's the Godspeed?
Yeah, no Godspeed definitely hurting.
Oh, there we go. 2 more. And the long staff. Should we do something like this?
Oh, the old inventory management takes surprising amount of consideration when you just want to save all your... Oh, FCR. FCR. +3 Nova. Whoa.
Whoa.
That is awesome.
That's kind of big, to be honest.
That's huge, man. That's huge. So won't be wasting time on a shield anymore. 10 FCR and +3 to Nova, like we've seen in his previous world records. That plus to Nova just helps keep enemies in hit recovery so much in this Chaos Sanctuary especially. Makes it so much safer. And when you don't have hit recovery yourself because you're running stealthless, that's a huge one.
Like 3 minutes is a ton of time.
This is the thing about speedruns, and the thing that I love about Diablo 2 is someone would pick that up if you're on Battle.net and be like, garbage. But +3 to Nova, 10 FCR, basic stuff at the start of a speedrun, huge. That's great. And like a chipped sapphire. Yeah, sure, on Battle.net you might pick that up for a little bit of crafting to like re-roll some stuff or upgrade some gems, but in a speedrun,
really cool
you chuck
though.
it, you actually use it like they're supposed to be used and put it in the socket, and that'll give you that +2 mana that you desperately want. Alright, here we go. He's hit 18. It's time to do map navigation. So it's a straight through map here on level 2. Because it's shaped like that, so it's exit to exit. And kind of long. And this is exactly why he wanted those light mana potions rather than the minor mana potions. Because look how much walking he still has to do just because he can't sustain. And he's going to have to... I suspect he's going to have to go shop potions as well. Like, look how quickly he chews through all these. But also, look at that inventory management skill. XP Shrine completely worthless to him at this point. It's only Act 1. He's... Unless he, like, runs into maybe a champion shaman group in the Catacombs. Or, I guess the zombies in level 3 have pretty good experience as well. Anyway.
Didn't really help.
Catacombs level 1 is just a long map. And look at that, like even with teleporting, he's run out of stamina. Did he still have any stamina pots in his inventory just clogging up space? Probably not, because he would have drank them to fit in that plus Nova stuff. Here we go. Alright, level 2, not bad. Didn't actually run it in the Teo way of doing it clockwise, but managed to scout it out perfectly anyway. Firewall?
Catacombs maps help.
That's interesting.
Should.
Hadn't set up his keys either. Okay. Firewall Andariel kill is an interesting move. I guess when he's only spec'd Frost Nova?
Cool.
That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Firewall. usually pretty lame. But when
Respect.
Andariel's got -50 fire resistance, pretty huge.
Welcome back, my friend.
Time for the respec. Okay, so we'll go up to 25 so we can buy a belt. And 40, only 40 energy, not 45. Gee, I always go 45 to 50. There you go. Interesting play.
Yes, we keep those. Hop belt. Run speed. That's kind of nice getting
Run speed boots. That's it's pretty rare. Don't actually see them too often from vendors when I'm just powering through, so that's
See if I can
nice.
get like a socketed helm and stuff.
Exactly as I talked about, he wants a
It's
socketed
teleport.
helm just to put in those chipped sapphires so he gets +2 mana.
Helm, nope. That works.
Socketed armor will do though. Still wants a bit of hit recovery though. And just pumping the points into Nova.
D.
And didn't have his hotkey
137
set up.
energy.
This is
pretty good. Didn't notice it.
ooh, there was a oh yeah, 7 energy helm's pretty good. Like because the sorceress gets 3 mana per energy point. 7 energy helm, like that's +20 to mana. That's pretty much as good, slightly better even than those 2 chipped sapphires.
Not enough.
Philos Fem, thank you so much for the 2 months up.
Once again, the overlooked stats that actually play a role when you are speedrunning. Normally plus to energy, pretty lame.
Impossible.
And look at that, like just managing all his hotkeys while he's running through. As I always say, I'm so dubious. Leaves a full mana potion behind. Interesting. So dubious on killing anything before the Far Oasis when you're already level 18. Just because the experience gain is pretty
Mana.
poor. Like the monsters out here have
I need mana.
average-ish experience per kill anyway, and you're starting to get
is.
the penalty. So quickly just is scouting around out in the deserts. Even with teleport, it can be a huge time sink just finding the features because they can spawn anywhere on that grid. Left turn in basically all of these Act 2 maps, so imagine it's a T, inverted T layout. It is left that way, and this one is laid out like that, so
Right
that's
here.
why he checked over
Hoppa.
here first.
Nice.
So, but it was actually up and over, so that's why we mean left turn map, because it's just the shape of the
Ringmail.
exit tile. Picks up a ring mail. That's additionally nice 4 gold, as I mentioned earlier. And yeah, we're just going to be flying through this run at this point now. So while I've been doing a lot of patter and talking through things, I'm going to be struggling to keep up. So finds the Dry Hills waypoint while he was searching earlier, which was nice. And
I need mana.
is just finally starting to get those chained teleports together. Still very hard to do when you only have light mana potions, unfortunately. Here we go. Lightning enchanted. That's not what you want. Lightning enchant means resistant to lightning, as well as, you know, sending off all those charge bolts, which rapidly kill you. So, you know, pretty exciting to find a boss pack, and then you find out they're lightning enchanted and you only do lightning attacks. Struggling to find the exits and the features as well, and the Maggot lair, of course.
Kind of slow maps, man.
So, yeah, this is rough. I mean, imagine if he was doing this old strat and was running around rather than teleporting. Well, he found the Maggot lair actually when he first went in, but he just didn't find the waypoint at the exit. So if he'd found the waypoint, that he could have just gone back or whatever. There we go. He's found a waypoint. He'll go back to the town portal he left in front of the Maggot lair, so he's not recovering ground that he's already tracked across. That's basically exactly what you want to do. The less ground you are recovering again and
Don't
again,
want these things.
excluding the jails where you're leveling up, obviously, the better for your time. Here we go, Maggot lair. Maggot lair is one of the few areas that is a right turn map, so you can see he's exited out this way. He's going to want to be just hugging this wall over here because the exit tile will be shaped like that. And that is a terrible right turn map. Like, wow.
Impossible.
Look at how far that sent him left before he could come back to it. Imagine if he had to run through that.
I can't.
And he like had to kill all the monsters that were blocking you. Doing that on a druid. Ugh. Ugh.
I need mana.
And then level 3 is a straight through map. So it's just level 1 and 2 that are the right turn maps. Level 3 is the straight through. And what do we got? Staff of Kings. Here we go. He'll take his town portal back to the Lost City there. It's actually faster to talk to Wareve, go back to Act 1, and then take the town portal, the waypoint from Act 1, than it is to run all the way across town in Act 2, just to explain to anyone who, you know, the many people I always see in Twitch chat asking the question why you go back to Act 1.
Gotta be the last corner.
Because it's quite a distance across town. There you go, another boss back here, so quick kills there. Just doesn't want to be running low on experience. I think it was in his previous world record where he still had to go back to Act 3 and level up a bit, and we've seen it happen a few times as well. Because you've got such targeted killing in Act 4 around the seals, you're not actually getting much experience at all, and you also get the level penalty. By the time you're in Act 4, the monster levels are too high, so you're only getting like 20% experience maybe, and it gets worse as you get to Act 5, so that's basically it.
You tried to pull a fast one on me there.
You've been burned by that one before, Indrek. I'm sure he's remembering his 109 or maybe 110 world record, where essentially he teleported on top of the altar there, and then Fangskin and his minions just killed him all instantly, twice, or once and a half, basically. So, very wise to just run down and scope it out first, then kill the enemies around it before going up. Didn't get caught out there.
Not enough mana.
Almost like a Jurassic Park moment of clever girl. Alright, Arcane Sanctuary, always remember to get the waypoint. I just say that because I did an assassin run the other day and I forgot to get the waypoint. And yeah, there's nothing worse than like hitting a dead end, save and quitting, and then being like, oh, I never got the Arcane waypoint, and then you have to run through all the harem. But he gets a first way. Awesome. So there's no guaranteed way of predicting which way it's going to be in the Arcane Sanctuary. Is probably the key thing. So if you can get a first way, that is huge. Is he going to get that magical marsh skip plus first way? Let's see. Alright, once again, it's a tomb. It's a left turn from the inverted T. So it's just got to explore this side first. It can also technically be like a 3 rights, make a left. Or it can like come up here and then be in like that. But doesn't get psyched out this time. Telekinesis, the staff in. Just to manage the monsters around it. It's so annoying when you have those Herodrum Ancients or whatever they are standing there and they're just like constantly resurrecting guys and you're getting messed up by them. And you can telekinesis your way into Talrash's chamber is another handy hint for people if you're getting like massively blocked. And just the standard Duriel kill, Frost Nova. Ooh, Smoke Sphere. This could be even better than his... I mean, it'd take a lot to be better than his current 10 FCR 3 Nova stuff. But, you know. And save and quits as soon as he talks to Material. Plus 1 Nova. Nah.
Nothing.
10 FCR Fireball. Meh. If you didn't have...
Fire Rest, so could maybe use it sometimes.
Oh, what's the Fire Rest?
It's Poison Rest. No, whatever.
It was 6 to energy on it. That's not bad.
It's got mana, I guess.
And plus 5 mana, so that would be plus 23 mana. It's a teleport.
Oops.
Nope, sells it anyway. After all that consideration, the stuff's better.
Alright, Act 3.
Here we
I
go.
don't really think I have a way to win back these 3 minutes though. It's tricky in this category.
How's the maps gonna go?
I need mana.
And look at that, he's just like YOLOing it. Full belt of mana potions. Finds the waypoint encampment first. It's not great. You want to find the spider cavern encampment first. Finds it on his 3rd go. Gets the curse, unfortunately.
I thought I was gonna kill them faster, actually.
Not enough.
Yep, that was rough, man.
Hop, 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 hop.
I am overburdened.
Grabs some potions while he's at it. And is now carrying health potions very wisely in his belt because
So
he's
is this?
cursed.
Right, is that Flare Jungle?
Ooh, he gets the Flayer Jungle.
That certainly
Nice.
helps. That also certainly helps.
And XP Shrine in the Flayer. Gonna
Maybe
help
have
a
a
lot.
chance.
Oh, it's not very dense though. Density's pretty poor. Doesn't hit the encampment first try. Every little one is just more time lost. He's got the blue dudes with big knives though. So that's what you want. Here we go. Here's a little bit more density. We'll pick up that breastplate for gold, I expect. Grabs the Gibbon.
Gonna get this breastplate,
I can't carry anymore.
please.
So
Okay,
the
now
jewel
we
will
hope
be
we
about
get
800
cost
gold,
eat.
I'd expect, and then the breastplate will be about 3,000.
Nope.
Gets plus energy on that though.
That was lots of fire res, actually.
Fire res. That was 20 fire res jewel. That could have been. I guess he doesn't have any socketed gear to put it in. Could have been pretty huge though. I would have been pretty excited to see that jewel, but I also would have just instantly sold it, not expecting it to be fire res. What's he got? He's got 5 fire res right now. Yeah, bumping that up to 25 would have made a pretty big difference. Have to see how he plays his Infector fight right now. I guess he's got the +3 Nova, so that's going to help him out quite a bit in terms of just keeping him in hit recovery and not, you know, attacking with Inferno the whole time. Split Mail, also nice
Really?
gold. So annoying when
Split
that
mail.
happens. All you just want to do is pick up the item and you're just stuck in hit recovery the whole time. This is, you know, why you want at least one piece of hit recovery gear. And he just doesn't have it. Leaves behind a clasped orb, which could have been excellent gold, but anyway, that's okay. And just trying to find
Waypoint.
that waypoint, yep. Back to town, go down the dungeon. And it's a left turn here in the dungeon. They're actually pretty limited map tiles, but just remember left turn and you'll be right. Ah, didn't even mean to think that. Left turn again. And then there's only 6 different layouts for level 3, so you can just memorize them. It's not that bad on the Sorceress, you just teleport through them. Yep, he's got that one where it's up the top left. Loses his experience shrine before he gets the boss back there, which is kind of annoying. I really wanted
Ah,
that.
sure, about the lack of cost drink. It's not too big of a deal. Damage is gonna carry.
Yeah, so it's always a balance between, like, you need something to carry you, and that's why stealth was so good in all those old runs. Like, cast rate can carry you because you are just doing DPS and, like, keeping your enemies in hit recovery that way and not being able to attack you or being able to teleport away from them fast enough. Oof. Bad sewers.
Not cool.
Bad sewers. It's not what you want. At least you didn't find the chest first. And
Not enough mana.
kind of surprised they're not inventory teleporting through here, to be honest. There you go.
Not enough mana. I need mana.
And it's just up to
That's gonna take
Travinkle
an
and to the
extra
council.
town trip now.
Yep. So he's out of mana potions. Very annoying. So if he hadn't had to do all that teleporting around the sewers trying to look for it, he wouldn't have had to come back here to the town to get mana potions before fighting the council at Travinkle. Because he's going to have to go back to town anyway to get a mercenary after he smashes the orb. So that's actually like, first you get the time loss to having to look in the sewers, and then you have the time loss of actually having to go back to town and get more mana potions as well, so it's doubly bad on that front. Like, that's the thing about bad maps, is like they compound. It's not just this extra time exploring the map, it's the extra mana cost in exploring the map and having to get more stuff. Alright, straight, left turn, sorry, here on level 1, and then it's straight through on level 2. So, level 2 should be straight through.
Not enough mana.
Looks on the left-hand side for some reason and finds the waypoint first, which is, of course, it, because it's a left turn from the waypoint to the exit, to level 3, as any good Mephisto runners on Battle.net would know. Just needs his mercenary to do a bit more tanking.
Yeah, the cold hurts. Don't do it. Thank you. Ring.
He did have a... like that.
Cast speed. 10 mana. Upgrade.
No cast speed. He did have a lightning resistance shrine there, though, which would have helped him do a lot of the tanking for the mercenary in the first instance, so, you know. Just sell everything. Buy a poleaxe or a pike.
Looks good.
10 IAS and a bit of light res will help his mercenary.
Have some money stashed, still not too worried.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad money situation. Like, yeah, exactly as he said. He's lucky he's got that scepter and a couple of armors in his stash already, just to carry the gold situation, but he definitely wants some more gold from Diablo. Doesn't get the fast exit, even with the Indrek town map. It doesn't guarantee it, it just increases the chances. So this Act 4 is laid out like that. You come down here, there can be an exit here, here, or here. So that's why you just check that way and you hope that this is the first one because that's the fastest exit. Then similar thing with the exits from Plains of Despair into the City of the Damned, and then City of the Damned. Oof, it can just be a huge time sink searching around that for the exit to the River of Flame, but fortunately he finds that pretty quick. And straight on through to the Chaos Sanctuary. Nice inventory teleporting here, just gives him that little bit of extra distance on the screen for his teleports to cover. A nice empty area, unfortunately goes down too close and lures a few more guys up. Around Grand Vizier, needs to teleport just behind, and Grand Vizier was pretty nicely on his own. And just teleporting right next to Grand Vizier, so his mercenary attacks him with his poleaxe, because he's slightly, yeah, he's got some inbuilt lightning resistance, while also tanking the mana burn hits, basically. Oh, that was almost instant rip. And with no hit recovery, that's, yeah. But you can see that plus to Nova doing work here. Look at how often all those knights are just going into hit recovery. Like, he's only staticking once they're dead, because he needs to. There you go, scale mail, that's a nice bit of gold. But generally, every time he casts Nova, so he's got about a 50% chance, it seems like, maybe 75, of the enemies going into hit recovery every time he casts. So that's pretty huge, and that's why, like, that +3 to Nova, and why he said earlier, damage is going to carry. Even though he doesn't have fire res, he doesn't have hit recovery. He's just running low on basically everything. Hardly any gold.
A little bit shaky.
Yeah. But look at that. Yep. Literally every single one of those monsters just went into hit recovery then. Okay, so it seems much higher than 75% chance. Here you go. He's got his mercenary tanking Infector while he just Novas him down. Oh, and there's the lack of fire res from 200 health. Yep. Straight down to 5 health and then instant death. He needs to get back to his body to get that plus to Nova. See, even with that plus to Nova, it wasn't enough to get Infector himself down into hit recovery, but it was enough for a fair few of his minions. We'll grab that plus to skill shrine here to just help out on Diablo a little bit. You know, +2 skills is pretty nice.
Oh shit.
Oh
shit.
And another death.
That's okay.
He's making the most of this softcore category. As much as, you know, when you actually watch his stream, he absolutely detests grinding on softcore. Oof, this is a rough Diablo fight. Man, even with the plus to skills,
Burnt one, chant attacks.
it still took
Go.
quite a bit of time to kill Diablo. It was kind of a slow Diablo fight.
Not gonna use them. It's okay.
21 required. Nope.
Missing the level a tiny bit.
Hi, Philosophem. Alright, here we go. Superstar DJs.
It's close
Running
enough.
on and on and on and on and on and on. Hey, I just realized I'm doing something. I'm blocking the boik. Alright. Just doing that because
Think
Act
Hospital
5's a bit dull.
does suck,
It's pretty much the same. They didn't... For as much as content as there is here in Act 5, they didn't create that much variety in the maps and that kind of thing to talk through or anything like that. So it's just a matter of...
Go.
Yeah, so there you go, under-leveled the game. Exactly as I said, that low density in the Flayer jungle just meant he had to come back here to Act 2 to quickly get it.
I sent us a level 20, but it's just gonna mess up my rhythm when I try to skip the wave 3 and 4. Or 3 and 5. I don't know. I guess I wanna skip 3. At least.
So there you go, he's going to try and
Maybe
do
2 as well.
exactly as 327 did and try and weave in wave skip technology. See if it actually pays off. He wants to get rid of wave 3 just because lightning resistance, so you can't kill them. You want to drag them, but their AI for dragging is just awful. They tend to run all over the place. So that's why, you know, you want to drag, be able to skip wave 3, if anything. Wave 5 also nice to skip because you can't kill them. But, you know, they're not the worst to drag either. Teleport. I forgot to mention, in all these caves, every single one of them, it's a left turn map, so he's going to be running out this way, and it'll be a left turn down here. Now, you may have been psyched out and thought, oh, it was actually run down there, but the tile itself is actually shaped like that, so the internal path within the tile is shaped like that. He ends up exiting that way, and then it's a left turn down there into the exit tile. Okay. Teleports next to Talik and gets a bit of distance rather than trying to static everyone at the same time, but just gets his mercenary in there to be able to tank them all at the same time. That's actually a pretty nice spot. Makes it easier to
Fucking lag.
dodge Maddox. And looks like Maddox's lightning resistance is not too bad. Sorry about the red line on the screen there. Too busy watching the characters. And just mercenary doing work. Yeah, Maddox always lightning resistance is kind of draining, but not the worst that we've seen. And straight on through. How's his maps going to go here in the Wellstone Keep? Wellstone Keep 1 and 3, can't predict them, just got to be able to read the tile layouts. Wellstone Keep 2, you want to run clockwise, similar to how you want to run Catacombs. Alright, that's relatively okay. That's like a moderately good Wellstone Keep 1. Extremely fast level 2. Wow, that was enormous. And how's 3 going to play out? He's in a dead end now with the T-shapes. Not there. Just want to keep an eye out for that red glow, basically. Level 3 is hurting a bit once game. All that mana cost of just teleporting around. Yeah, that was pretty bad level 3, all things considered, but does manage to get up. His mercenary's going to die. Like, look at that. Yep, Deathlords just do not go into hit recovery often enough. But keeps his cool. He's pretty poor on gold. 13k. I mean, coming in with 20k is okay. But he's going to, be chewing through every bit of gold he has there. There you go, 20k. Exactly what he wanted. Grabs a...
Alright, go.
Thorning Potion for the resistances against Baal's Ice Nova, Wake of Ice, basically. And Antidote Potion for Wave 2. Flippin' Deathlords, man.
What's up, enemies?
You just never get the... It's actually surprising. I think it happens more often in Hell Records because it's more make or break.
Definitely feels like it.
But like
I take a hit
the empty throne
for ages.
has never been a thing in any of these runs.
I don't know.
I made that exact comment to you, Indrek. You've got no hit recovery. This is just hurting you. It's astonishing that you've made it this far. Just because the Sorceress's hit recovery frames are pretty
I got
bad.
10 where? No, I don't. That's run speed, my man.
Alright, wave 2 done, and then we should see him run down to the bottom and try and get a wave skip here. So essentially the wave skip is... the line is about there of the entrance point, so he's going to run up just past it, be in there for 1 frame, and then run back in. And then if he runs back up, you'll trigger Baal laughing, and if you're successful, the wave will be skipped. Doesn't get it. Ouch. So it has to do the drag, and you can see there the bad AI. Like normally monsters are pretty well leashed to their boss, and he's managed to drag Bartuk out, which is good. But still, oh yeah, the leash on them, and they just run everywhere like crazy. It's hard to get a good clean drag. So it doesn't bother with trying to skip on wave 4. Well, obviously he's not going to be able to skip anymore because he had to drag once, so that all the monsters around the exit will stop him from being able to wave skip anymore. So yeah, 1 try, 1 fail. Whereas 327 had 3 attempts in a row, and then only actually got it to skip the one that he wanted to drag. So I think, honestly, that probably, like, 327's wave skip probably didn't actually save him any time in the end. It would have been, like, I don't think it cost him any time, but I don't think it saved him any time. So he's got Lister, did the Frost Nova just to get Lister out the front. So as I said, all the minions have kind of a leash tied to their boss. So now they've dragged them down. He's getting hit recovery. Oh.
They wanted me so bad.
That no hit recovery was like, that was stress, man. That was stress.
Instant. Freaking instant.
Oh. Once again, that hit recovery.
Oh shit.
That is not nice. It has to go back. Grab some more thawing potions for that cold resistance. He was going to do more of Wake of Ices like that. And you just have to static Baal a lot because he has like a something million life pool. So you just got to static him all the time.
Hold.
There we go.
It is.
Gone.
New record, I guess.
New record, baby. Just.
Alright.
Yep. That stuff did the work.
You know what? I feel
That
quite
stuff did the
satisfied.
work.
I don't have to run this shit for a while. It's good. I got lucky, to be
As
honest.
I said, he really doesn't like the soft
This
course.
thing carried the 2-month
That was the carry.
break from D2.
Alright. That's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time for the last one in the series. And then hopefully I'll have something special for you. So, alright. Adios.